Hi, and welcome to Everyday Tech. Today, we will be reviewing Facebook Portal and figuring out why it's the best device for video calling that you can buy. There are multiple portals to choose from. There is a portal that plugs directly into your TV, an 8-inch mini, 10-inch portal, and Facebook Portal Plus with whopping 15.6 inches. I'll be sharing my thoughts on almost 1 year of being in the Portal ecosystem, and we'll be comparing Portal Mini and Portal Plus in this video. An important question is, what are the main differences that you will notice day to day between these different portals? Well, surely the biggest one is the size of the screen. 8-inch and 10-inch, totally different applications, while 15.6-inch can really be the stand piece of your living room, for example. On the other hand, what is really important is that the cameras are very similar. I would say that the 8-inch portal is perfect, for example, to have in the kitchen, as you can see here. 10-inch portal is already big enough that you can basically relax a bit on the couch and see it if you have a really small living room. Whilst the 15-inch portal, as you will see, is really easy to see from afar. How do Nest or Alexa devices compare? Well, in one sense they are way better, and that is if you want them as a home hub for your smart home. On the other hand, the cameras on both of them are really subpar. While Google still manages to bring the 6.5 megapixel camera, Alexa only manages to bring 5. And this is compared to Facebook Portal's 12.5 or 13 megapixel cameras. Facebook does include Alexa by default, and you can link it with your existing skills, but there is no visual interface except, for example, if you ask Alexa for weather, it will give you a nice picture of the weather, or if you ask her to give you some of the camera feeds that you might have set up. Otherwise, it's not meant as a smart home hub and it will fail there, but it's a nice to have feature. Let's take a look at how the user interface looks on the portal. On top, you will find your recent contacts, and on the bottom, the favorite contacts that you selected will show up. If you wish to place a call, you just tap on the contact and the pop-up window will show options to video or audio call, as well as to leave the voice message. On this screen you have a list of apps that you have installed on your portal. You can install more apps by using Apps application. There are not a lot of apps available on the portal, and many of them are actually just a website placeholders. If you scroll from the bottom of the screen, you get controls for volume, brightness, and media controls. Let's jump into the app. Let's see how Facebook Watch works, if you're in that sort of thing. We can see the whole screen fills up pretty nicely, and you have some additional controls to look at the news section, the live section, etc. And yeah, the full screen really looks beautiful in this device. All functionality works in portrait as well as landscape mode, although you will probably use portrait mode only when video calling someone on mobile phone. What I can say is that Hinge feels really nice and extremely fluid, as you can see here. For comparison, on the 8-inch portal the UI looks identical. On 8 and 10-inch portals you can also use the portrait mode by turning up the Facebook portal. They have a nice little stand on the back, so you can use it the other way. Here you can see that both portals are using exactly the same camera. They're standing right next to each other, and I will have a photo of that. But look at how good the tracking is. I am moving away now, I am speaking a bit louder, but supposedly you still should be hearing me pretty well. And if I go around the room, because of that 180 degrees camera, it will get me on the edges as well. So for example, on the big portal, if I go on a couch and want to make a call, I can pretty well see the screen, while on the other side the person can see me as well and also hear me pretty well. So, you know, just chilling on a couch with a cat kind of works out. I realized that The previous shot was actually made with my iPhone, so you couldn't hear the sound difference that the distance between me and the portal will make. So I'm now standing right next to the portal and I will be moving away in steps. So this is like 3 steps away, 4 steps away, 5 steps away, 6 steps away. And this room is pretty echoey, but I think you should still be able to hear me pretty well for the distance I'm at. Do you need a portal? Well, it depends on your situation. Me and my girlfriend, for example, have moved to another country, and sometimes it was even hard to keep in touch in the same one. So when I was looking into video calling options, I had a particular few requirements in mind, and let's go through them. First, it needs to be great at video calling. For these, the portal delivers with great camera and sound quality. Nest Home Hub and Alexa devices are doing this as a secondary thing that is nice to have in addition to being your smart home assistants and smart home hubs. Portal has video calling front and center as the main task. Second, minimize the obstacles to get in touch with as many people as possible. At least where we're from, Facebook Messenger and WhatsApp, everybody uses them. That means that just by logging in on the Facebook portal, most of our friends are available, and most importantly, they do not need to install another smartphone app. For the less technically inclined family, we did install or set up a few Facebook accounts to just use on the portal. Again, Google Duo and Alexa are just not that widespread as a communication service. 3. It should always be ready for the conversation. This is a big one. This was one of the reasons why we didn't just decide to go with the better webcams. A good webcam will not be that cheap anyway, and connecting a webcam to the computer and designating the place where the conversation happens limits the video calls into my opinion, a sterile environment. With our placement in the kitchen and in the living room, we can do calls to family and friends when we are living our daily lives, and they can feel a part of them. We can also feel more involved in the daily life of our close family that owns portals. 4. Ease of use, and specifically, why not a tablet? Well, first of all, we cannot ignore the sad state of webcams that are currently in the tablets, especially in the portal price range. They also need to be plugged in on the charge. I know you're able to do it, but is your grandma? And second, app updates, system updates, pop-ups for the system updates. I knew that sooner or later I would be the technical support for different kinds of cheap Android tablets and for everything related to them, and for the price of actually really bad webcam. Welcome to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you'd like to see more of this content, please hit subscribe button below, and also check the links to the portals that I will be including in the video descriptions. Have a good one. Apparently it's very hard to look at Facebook devices and not to mention the privacy scandals. What I can say is that these devices launched at the height of the scandal and received some scathing reviews, not because of being bad devices or being bad at what they do, but just by the virtue of being made by Facebook. And while I do not say that Facebook is perfect, they were very upfront of privacy features in portals and how they work. I do not think that any device that excels at its tasks, and there are no facts that it is somehow abusing your data, should be deemed a flop by mainstream tech portals. If you are still concerned about it, you can easily install a man-in-the-middle on your network and double check what is being sent to Facebook servers. I just hope you are not dismissing this whilst using your Android phone or Windows computer with full telemetry enabled. And the same applies to Google devices or Alexa devices. You are leaking your data every time you're browsing on the web or using your phone, made by Google, that there is no sense in somehow crunching your video call data to sell you things. Well, it's already there.